Now we're going to deal with volume of a cone. Once again, volume is dealing with the inside of the figure. And we're still talking about area of the base times height of the figure. So in this case, we're dealing with area of the base, and our base is a circle, times the height of the cone. But if you think back to when we did pyramid, this is similar to a cylinder, the way that a pyramid is similar to or a part of a prism. So we know that the formula is going to be similar, but it can't be exactly the same. Once again, we're going to have to divide by 3 or multiply by 1/3, whichever one you like best. Since we're dealing with the area of the base is a circle. The formula will go 3.14 times r squared because Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear and area of a circle is pi r squared times the height of the cone. If you prefer to write it out, 3.14 times radius times height of cone, you can write it out that way. Whichever one you like better and whichever one you're more comfortable with, depending on your comfort level with exponents. Once again, you are going to be expected to identify what the radius is and what the height is. So in this case, the radius is 5, height is going to be 9. We are expected to write the formula. And plug in our numbers to ensure that we are plugging everything in correctly. And when we solve this, we get 235.5 inches cubed. Now, you'll notice I put this on approximate answer. The reason that this is going on the line for approximate answer, and the reason that there is a second possibility for answering this question, is because when you're dealing with pi, pi is an estimation. They've rounded pi. Pi is actually the relationship between the circumference and the diameter of a circle. And so using 3.14, it's a rounded answer. Because we've rounded part way through the problem, technically the beginning of the problem with plugging it in, that means when we get our answer, it's not exact. Because pi cannot be written as a number exactly, what we have to do is we have to leave it as a symbol. What this means is we write out our formula the same way, but when we plug in our numbers, instead of putting in 3.14, leave it as a symbol. And when we solve it, we get 5 times 5 times 9 divided by 3 is 75, and then we just put pi with it. And this tells us that we need to multiply 75 by 3.14 to get an approximate answer, but 75 pi is an exact answer because we have not had to round any of our numbers. The moment we turn pi into 3.14, we have rounded a number, we've estimated it, and we have altered what the number is because we've had to round. Now let's take a look at our second one. Once again, you're going to be asked to identify what the radius and what the height are. We notice that we've been given a diameter of 80. That's the diameter, not the radius. To get the radius, we split it in half, which gives us 40 inches, and the height is 15 inches. We are now expected to write the formula. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, area of a circle is pi r squared, and we're multiplying it by the height of the whole figure, and we have to divide it by 3 because a cone is a third of a cylinder. Now we can plug in our numbers. 3.14 times our radius of 40 squared, or times 40 times 40, times the height of the whole cone, which is 15, and we divide by 3. and that's going to give us an approximate answer of 25,120 inch cubes, meaning cubed. That means it's going to take over 25,000 litty bitty little cubes that measure 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch to fill up that cone. It's a pretty big one. But that's our approximate answer. We rounded partway through the answer, meaning that when we get our final answer, it's not the actual answer because we've had to round. If we are wanting an exact answer, we can't change pi into a number because we've rounded that number. That's going to alter our answer. So we simply have pi times radius squared times height of the whole figure divided by 3, and that's going to give us an exact answer of 8,000 pi inches cubed. It's saying take 8,000, multiply it by 3.14, and that's going to give you your approximate answer. But an exact answer is 8,000 pi because pi is written as a symbol and we've not had to round any other numbers in this problem.